Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment market, so hopefully you can better position your portfolio. You know, we continue to see a lot of turmoil not only in Europe and a slowdown there, but a slowing economy in China, which does drive a lot of the world economy because of their spectacular GDP growth. We currently own no positions in China. I love China, and eventually we will own that again. But one of the things that I try to teach every investor is buy and hold is not an investment strategy. Buy and hope is not an investment strategy. And if you get the advice, hold on, things will come back. Unfortunately, that's not an investment strategy at all. I want to talk a little bit today about a new potential client that came into our office yesterday. And I can tell you this happens about half the people that we have come into our office, which means most of our listeners that listen to my updates, my radio show, they're in the same ballpark. Over half of the people that come into our office to talk to us about managing their money have been sold some form of an annuity. Most investors have no idea how these annuities really work, and I want to make sure that you do not make the same mistake that too many investors make. At the end of the day, the majority of people that sell annuities are strictly brokers or insurance salesmen that are acting as a salesperson generating a commission. Most annuities, whether it's variable or equity index, are not appropriate vehicles for most people. They're expensive, they're lackluster, the chance of you really making a decent return after all costs and fees is pretty low. And at the end of the day, anything you put your money into that has a big back-end surrender where you can't get your money immediately, to me is a bad investment. There's many reasons I can go into a lot of detail about why annuities are bad for your health and your wealth. But Mr. Annuity Salesman who comes to the door knocking really is trying to generate a commission for himself. Now, if you deem that an annuity is good for you, after you've done all your research and you truly understand the real cost and expense and the negatives of annuities, then knock your socks off and buy one. But I would tell you this, the vast majority of people who are selling annuities are strictly brokers. In fact, well over 90% of all so-called advisors are strictly brokers or insurance people that are selling product. They're not actual money managers, and they don't have a legal obligation to work in your best interest. They're selling typically what lines their pocket the most. You need to understand that as an investor, and until you open your eyes and realize that, you're the only one that can blame yourself for bad investment advice. You have to realize the advice you're getting often is tainted and is not necessarily in your best interest. So again, before you buy that next investment product, especially annuities, make sure you read the fine print and you ask questions. The vast majority of people who buy annuities buy them because the magical word guarantee comes in, and that guarantee is about as worthless as it comes. It's only backed by that insurance company, and if they do go out of business, which insurance companies do from time to time, you could lose on your investment. At the end of the day, something that has high expenses takes away from your return. What I always tell investors is you build a more conservative portfolio if you're trying to be more cautious and conservative. Guarantees will only end up costing you more money because you truly don't understand what these guarantees mean. I hope this video is of education to you. If you own annuities, or if you're thinking about buying an annuity, call our office for a review. Find out the facts. I'm your consumer advocate. I try to educate you every single week so you don't make bad investment mistakes for your retirement. Too many investors are sold annuities that are better for Mr. Advisor or broker than you. Before you buy one, or if you own one, call our office. Get a second opinion. It can't hurt to talk. This is Brian Resney. Hopefully you learned something from this video, and hopefully before you make that next investment, you really do some research and ask real questions before you get yourself into something you may not be able to get out of. Until this Sunday show, make sure you have yourself an extremely profitable week.